Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy. God, I can't do stuff. Alright, let's get the boys in here. The poison boys. The boysenberries. There we go. There's the boys. Whoa, we're looking at Star Wars, apparently.
Hi.
Hi. What's up?
How's it going?
It's going good. How's it going with you?
I went to see Blade Runner 2049 today.
Well, aren't you lucky?
Why don't you go see it?
I'd like to. I was going to, the plan was kind of to go with my lady friend, but her child got into a bunch of pills today, and she had to rush him off to the hospital.
Oh, Christ.
He's okay. It's all cool. She's still kind of freaking out, though, so lots of happy thoughts being vibed her way. But,
yes. Accept our positive vibes.
Kind of a crazy day, needless to say. But I don't think it was going to happen today anyway, because she was otherwise busy and just unavailable and other shit going on. And that was just one more bit of shit to add to the pile. So, hooray for random shit.
Make sure it's at some point in the next week or two, because
I hope so.
It's going to leave theaters real quick.
I know. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll sneak off while Rosie's at school one day. I don't know.
It's amazing.
I know. From all the people whose opinions I actually value and not idiots on the internet, I have heard that. Yeah.
It's basically the next step in Blade Runner. It's not they redid
like
it or
a proper follow-up.
Really Blade Runner, the next generation, if you will.
Excellent. Yeah, no, what
very, very good.
What I have seen and heard, i.e. the trailers and the 3 short films that bridge the gap between the two, I definitely like what I've seen so far. So, definitely looking forward to seeing the movie. Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Nerd!
Yes.
It's a very long movie, I'll say that, but, I don't have a problem with that.
I'm totally cool with that, because that was my...
I have a problem with it. I'm like, you sit through Titanic, but this is too long? Really?
Yeah. It's less than 3 hours. You've sat through longer movies with no complaints, so shut up, people, about running time. That just...
You love Titanic so goddamn much.
So, stupid comment of the day goes to one today that I got on the post of I'm Scared, episode 6. And the comment was, what the fuck is this shit?
I mean, I kind of understand that one.
And I replied, hold on, a playthrough of the indie horror game I'm Scared? Thought that was kind of obvious.
Might be referring to the actual content in the game. I would have been like, I know, right? It's so fucking weird.
I know. Yep. I don't know.
Weird person.
No, I prefer to be snarky and snooty and full of myself.
Okay.
You're on my turf, boy.
I didn't give you context for his comment, so it's his fault.
That's okay. That's right. Lack of context. You could get either kind of response.
Yep.
So, yeah. I actually have pickups this week. I actually picked up some things. Well, actually,
I don't believe you.
I picked up one thing, and then all my Amazon packages came in. So, I have a nice little stack of stuff. So, it's good.
My big epic pickup got delayed because of fucking cell phone bills.
Ah!
I forgot. I thought I had it set up to where it was going to be next week, not this week.
Ah.
So I went in. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll have $7.99. It's $5.99.
Ah.
So it's just like, yeah, I love having almost $80 taken out of my account without knowing it.
Yeah, it's always fun, isn't it? Yeah, I would have picked up more this week as well, but it was just like, no, don't have a ton of money and need food, so food won. So that's the way that goes.
Oh.
Did anything interesting happen in the world of geekiness this week? I don't think it was much of a week this week.
Well, you're wrong.
Okay. Care to elaborate? And
well, for one thing, the Dark Tower movie was so bad, that the TV series is going to completely reboot it.
Oh, was it going to be a continuation originally?
Mm-hmm.
So they're just going
They
to
were
start.
all going to be connected, and now it's just going to be. That movie doesn't exist. We didn't actually make that movie. This is an entirely different.
We're just going to start over and do it right this time. So, yeah, I know. I've never read the Dark Tower book, so I know that fans of the book were very disappointed and felt that it was disappointing.
So I guess speaking of disappointing, I guess the movie The Snowman
Der Schneeman
is already voted as one of the worst movies of 2017.
Oh,
yeah. A lot of people are saying it's going to be the worst movie of 2017.
excellent.
Yeah.
That sounds
Here to announce. You guys want to take the charge on the name of?
Oh yeah. The main character in the movie was a man he's a detective. His name is Inspector Harry Hole.
Harry Hole. That definitely goes into the what were they thinking?
Who Harry Hole inspects.
Inspector Harry Hole. Inspector Harry Hole.
Inspector Harry Hole.
Harry Hole
what?
is a shit character.
Yeah,
Harry
well,
Hole.
yes.
That's what I said.
Thank you
Inspector
for
Harry
the
Hole.
explanation. You brought her, you Inspector Harry Hole.
We're saying some disgruntled writer put that in there intentionally.
No doubt, yeah.
Nobody caught it.
And nobody caught it until the movie was released and the internet pointed out the flaw in their logic.
Well, speaking of silly names, actually, I had one pointed out to me today. That is the name of a local car dealer that I've heard the commercial so many times in my head, and yet after 17 years of hearing this, I just now realized what. Yeah. Okay, so it's a Chevrolet, car dealership, and his name is Jake Sweeney, and it's so
Okay.
when they say the ad, they go jakesweeney.com. So I'm like, okay, nothing sounds like that.
Okay.
So I pointed out today, if you say it slowly or you say it quick enough, it's Jake Sweeney.
Oh. Wow.
I go. Wow! Have 17 years have gone by, and
clearly,
I've never.
Yeah. Well, clearly you weren't alone because you had to explain it to us. Like we didn't immediately pick up.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that,
See, it doesn't catch on immediately.
Jake Sweeney.
Jake Sweeney.
Jake Sweeney. Jake Sweeney. Yeah. Okay.
Here you go.
See,
he goes, come check me out on jakesweeney.com. This is like, oh, really?
Oh, check you out, eh? Well,
How do you see your weenie?
Are you right off the IHOP on Cox? Or
I have some very large deals, big deals, huge deals, big, long, swinging in the wind deals.
Huge. It's so huge.
My deals are very well endowed with affordability.
Deals.
So it's funny because I think of like getting back to the Harry Hole thing. It's like you look at how many people work on a movie typically, even like a small movie. There's like dozens, if not hundreds, of people, and not one person thought to mention, guys, I don't know if you thought of this, but like out of all those people, I think with every single one of them just cared so little about their job and what they were working on. It's like, whatever, I'm getting paid.
That's right.
It's their funeral. I don't care.
I'm sure a lot of people have worked on even more ridiculous movies. I mean, there's a movie called Ice Pirates where people are stealing ice in space.
I love that movie.
I know, but it's a ludicrous plot. It's a ludicrous
Absolutely.
concept.
100%. And there's...
You gotta know that when they're making that film, some guy's holding a fucking flag in front of the light, going, "What the fuck are they making?"
That is such a strange film. Like you kind of scratch your head wondering what the target audience was intended to be. Like it kind of plays itself off as some family-friendly space adventure at first glance, but there's so much like off-color and almost like downright racist humor in it, and
Baudry humor too.
And very Baudry, yes, that's a good word for it. And a sex scene, and there's like so much. So, my parents took me to see that in the theaters, and this was back when PG didn't necessarily indicate that it wasn't family friendly. This was 80s PG, where pretty much anything goes. Everything short of an F-bomb, but yeah, tits and sex jokes and racist humor, that's all good under PG back in the 80s, man. So yeah, it's a very strange animal, Ice Pirates. I recommend everybody see it.
But you gotta know that there was a grip on that set, like putting masking some tape off, or not masking, gaffing tape down, like some wires. He just looks up and goes, "What the fuck is this?" I don't even know.
What am I?
There's a
What am I working on exactly?
And the guy next to him goes, "I don't know. I get paid."
he's like whispering ever quietly to himself, "Really?"
Yeah, right.
God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for example, at first glance, there's this cool looking robot character that shows up in all the trailers. You're like, oh, cool, robot. I like C-3PO and R2-D2. Let's go see that because it has a cute, cool looking robot in it. The robot is a pimp. It's a robot pimp. And it has a video screen showing, like, girls in compromising positions and scanty clothing. And he's, like, trying to get our heroes to hire a prostitute from him.
You have to see this movie. It's out in Blu-ray from Warner Archive. You should pick it up while you can, because that Warner Archive Blu-ray is going to stick around forever.
Robot prostitution.
Kids
love it.
I know.
Is it really? I don't actually have the Blu. I didn't know it was out on Blu-ray. I will have to get that. I have the DVDs. I have the DVD.
Blu-ray, and I showed you the Blu-ray months ago.
Well, clearly I wasn't paying attention. So it was your responsibility to show it to me more.
It was your responsibles.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I probably did and said, wow, I didn't know that was on Blu-ray. I'll have to get that immediately, and then instantly forgot about it.
Oh, Moon is releasing
like most things.
Yeah,
nice.
pretty much.
Can't confirm.
Oh, I found out, speaking of Hammer horror being misrepresented on Blu-ray, apparently there's some kind of new Hammer collection coming out. It's coming out in the UK, but it's region-free. I don't know what's in it, but apparently a ton of their movies are going to be in it. So
is that one I already pre-ordered?
One to keep an eye on. I don't know. I looked around. I looked around. I tried to look around for it, but Blu-ray.com's search engine was broken today, and I couldn't look for anything.
Here's the Sinbad set that came out in September.
Yeah, I've got all those.
The Harryhausen set Volume 1 that came out in October, and I already had the Volume 2 pre-ordered.
Okay. But no, this Hammer one is like a massive set of like...
No. You're talking about the one, the red cross on the front, right?
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't remember. I haven't found it, so I couldn't tell you. A viewer was telling me about it, so...
There's a new 4-pack coming from Indicator.
Okay.
Those box sets. So I'm explaining that's like the next in line for the box sets that they're releasing limited editions.
Okay.
But there's also a Hammer horror box set on Amazon UK that is 20 movies long. That's
okay.
All DVDs. I think it's all DVDs, no Blu-rays.
Oh, okay. No, there's some kind of Blu-ray set coming out apparently. I don't know when.
Indicator. I'll find it.
I don't know. But no, there's three. There's 3 Hammer sets coming out. One is horror, one is like thrillers and mysteries, and one is something else.
I get it.
But I'm pretty sure it's more than just like 3 or 4 movies, from what I was told.
Okay.
Hopefully.
The one thing I know is Hammer Volume 1 is Fear Warning. That comes out at the end of this month, and there's Hammer Volume 2 already slated for coming out.
Yeah.
Next month. So.
Okay.
They're doing like 4 movies in each set.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually considering double dipping, even though I already have them.
Yeah.
On Blu-ray.
They're
the Mill Creek releases.
There was also there was a UK set released a couple years ago, just a Hammer horror collection that was like 15 movies, something like that. Still missing some of the big notable ones, but it had a lot that I don't think are available in any other editions, which is pretty cool.
There was 2 different sets.
Yeah.
There's a 21 disc set called the Ultimate Hammer Horror Collection. That came out in 2013. 21 discs big.
Okay.
In the UK. And I believe there was one called the Best of Hammer. That's the smaller box set.
Well, there was a Hammer horror collection that was released around that time, I think. It was 13 discs. And then they released a Redux version, which was 17 discs and included some more movies.
Yes, the Redux version's here on Amazon UK also.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah.
one you can still get. But
You can still get the 21 movie set also.
yeah, okay. Anyway, what I was gonna say is their 1-season anthology horror series, The Hammer House of Horror, that they did in the early '80s, is coming out on Blu-ray, like in just a couple months, apparently.
I think Synapse has a rights to that here in the States.
Which is pretty cool. There's a DVD set here and I think it is from Synapse. Yeah.
Sorry, Kitty.
But
yes, yeah. I don't know who has the rights or who's going to get the rights to the Blu-ray though.
I don't know.
They
Hasn't been anywhere. I just found out about it today, so.
Now that I think about it, they released the Hammer horror films they had. The rights got released, so maybe someone else has the rights now.
Yeah,
here in
maybe.
The States. Finally, we'll get maybe a bigger box set.
That would be nice.
Yep. Hi, Kitty.
Yeah, the rights for Hammer stuff over here are such a freaking mess.
Look at the kitty.
Like,
Oh yeah, it's owned by like 5 different fucking companies.
It is.
Yep.
It's like literally spread across like 5 different studios.
I was
and
gonna say when you said that
half
they were
of
gonna
them are sitting on their asses doing nothing with them, just like
yeah, and it's
sitting on the rights.
yeah, that's what doesn't make any sense. When you said there was a lot of their movies that are going to be in the set, it's just like do they
Paramount
negotiate with, Time Warner, Paramount?
Well, the thing is, if it's in the
Universal,
if it's the
Anchor
UK,
Bay.
well, hold on. If it's the UK, it's different. The rights are different over there. It's all regional.
Here in the States,
So
Paramount has a good chunk of them, and they're not doing anything with their library.
yeah, the few that they have put out are on DVD only. Like, fuck you very much, Paramount. Screwing over every single fan base you own content for. That's great. Thanks, guys.
Warner put a 6-disc out in Snapper Keepers way back when.
Yeah,
Almost all those are Blu-ray now.
yeah.
There was a few Paramount titles, including Frankenstein the Monster from Hell, which is the only one I have.
Yeah.
And there was some Sony titles, and there are Lionsgate. I think has a few too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the rights to them for
I
home
don't
video.
know.
I think
Then there's
they
a
had
few
the
that are
rights.
floating around in the public domain that Mill Creek grabbed.
Yeah.
But
No, there's no Craig released ones that are actually licensed.
oh,
Those
okay.
are those are the same ones Indicator's releasing over in the UK.
Ah, okay.
Nice box that I'm probably in double dip on.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I still have to. I'm just kind of. I want all of them, but I'm just kind of hanging back at this point because things seem to be happening slowly. So I'm just gonna kind of wait a bit and see what happens. But in the meantime, I got the 3 that Synapse put out, so got some of the later era stuff. So pickups? Should we do pickups?
Sure, I got
Alright.
7.
Cool. I have. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also have 7.
I have 3.
Wow, Stout. What's the matter with you?
What the fuck,
Slipping.
Daddy said?
My dad got one.
You used to be that guy who got lots of stuff all the time. Oh well.
Fuck you.
All right. Well, let us start with the Man of Stout.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, unless there's another Man of Stout here.
I don't think good. So, first I got the 35th anniversary of Halloween.
Oh, it's the non-digibook edition.
What?
I'm supposed to be sending that for like a while now.
I thought you were supposed to send me the Rob Zombie one. Sorry.
No, I'm sending you that one also in the digibook.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Anyways,
'Cause I
It
don't
was
want
only $10, so I said I'm gonna get it. I'm tired of
It's a nice
waiting to get
addition.
it, so
Yeah.
very nice.
Guess I'm not
And
saying.
then
All right then.
I got this
Oh.
one Halloween 2 Scream Factory edition.
Nice. No
Nice.
slipcover, I
have
noticed.
Halloween and Halloween 2, but
Very, very nice.
these are nicer editions.
Do you have the?
With more special features.
Do you have what is the 30th anniversary edition of Halloween 2? The one that includes Terror in the Isles.
Yes.
Yes, that is a good one also.
And then last but not least, Psycho 2.
Nice.
I still need to get Psycho 3, but that one was not on sale.
Psycho 2, a sequel that is far better than it should be.
Oh yeah. I went through and watched all the Psycho sequels last year.
Yeah.
And determined that the fourth one wasn't worth it. The made-for-TV one
Mm-hmm.
wasn't worth it. The
But
second and the third one
Yeah.
are very good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Yes. But the fourth one has Henry Thomas from E.T. in it as young Norman.
I don't care. It's bad.
It's Elliot as Norman. Elliot. I haven't watched Psycho 4 in a very long time. That was funny. Your camera froze there for a moment with your eyebrows just like. Frozen
Yeah, my internet's
incredulity.
getting a little crappy right now.
Excellent. What you playing there, gamer du garbage?
Destiny 2.
Oh, it looks pretty. That's like a speeder bike.
It's called a Sparrow.
Cool. Looks like a speeder bike.
What's a sparrow? Shut up.
Oh, it looks like a speeder bike! Why are you carrying it like a gun now?
This is my gun.
Oh, where'd your bike go?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Just on the ground, floating by
You just
itself.
threw it into
for
a
it?
pocket of subspace.
Oh, wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay,
It is.
waiting,
Wait a second.
waiting. Oh, look at it go! It goes to the same place as Optimus Prime's trailer, clearly.
Into the ether.
In a convenient cave just away from the battle? Yes, I know.
That's right.
Not a
It
sword.
never takes any damage. Skin Slip. You
All
ready or are you busy?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I can finish my bowl in a minute.
Alright,
So-
cool.
Everybody knows, they had these releases of Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, I have them. They're
And
awesome.
I've had this one since it came out when I was working at Borders. I bought it.
Nice.
So, like 15 years, I think. 10
It's a
years
great,
now.
great set.
When did this come out? 2003. 14 years ago.
Wow.
But it took me 14 years, but I finally picked up the Bloody Crown of Conan
Yay!
and the Conquering Sword of Conan. I have all
Yay!
of them.
That's
Yay.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that is a great collection.
Yep. So I'm glad to have that.
All the Robert E. Howard stories in original publication date order, in case you guys are wondering.
And I'll sandwich between things people give a shit about and things only I care about. I got magic cards. I got this Frenetic Ifrit signed.
Ooh.
And then what?
Is it signed by anyone who had anything to do with the card itself?
The artist signed it.
Oh, okay, cool.
The designers of cards are kind of hard to track down because a lot of times multiple designers have a hand in the card. So
Fair enough.
next, I sent Blue a package which I thought he was going to be here to talk about, but I guess he's not. In which it was very expensive to ship, and he reimbursed me in magic cards for my Magic Gathering cube. He bought me this
Nice.
foil Wrath of God for my draft cube.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
And then I found, for a ridiculously good price, a foil signed Howling Mine.
That's crazy.
Oh, there. Oh, look at that foil.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Getting some
Sexy foil.
reflection there.
Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty.
Rainbow
All right, now back to the things people give a shit about.
Yay.
I picked up the Poughkeepsie tapes because I was tired of owning a bootleg. So, and when they announced it, I pre-ordered the fuck out of it.
I need to get that. That's a
And then-
great movie.
My girlfriend wanted to get this, but apparently it's like $38 in Canada and hard as shit to find because I guess it's a U.S. only title and it's Lady in White.
Oh, interesting.
It's it's written direct by Frank La Loggia, not Frank Lo. Okay.
La Loggia.
And all I know is it's some sort of like ghost story with like I think think this like dude falls in love with her or something. I don't fucking know.
Like with the ghost?
I know nothing about it because my girlfriend really wanted to see it. And and I was like, all right.
Well, the so-called Lady in White is a sort of classic ghost story concept.
Okay.
So
I'm not familiar with that.
It may be loosely inspired by that sort of urban legend or whatever folklore. I don't know what the story is. I just know that the imagery of a lady in white is a very common, like ghost.
So yeah, what ended happen is I actually bought Don't Church or Duckling, which you guys remember I showed off, and then my girlfriend was like, "I bought that for you." Like, oh, so I returned it, and this is what I got instead. Since she bought me that, I bought her this.
Cool.
Oh, good. It's all good. That was everything I got.
Awesome.
I'm gonna finish taking medicine now.
Okay, so I finally got Van Helsing. No, okay. All right. So, DVDs and Blu-rays. So, and so, yeah, and I got Vampire Circus. Yeah, so after my closer look a couple weeks ago, I thought, I'd really like to see the movie again. I want to get both movies, but the second movie is only available on DVD, so I at least got the first one on Blu-ray. The Addams Family.
Oh, cool.
The one with the good cover. There's another one that has a crappy cover, but
what's the French title?
La Famille Addams.
Oh, La Famille Addams.
There you go. I don't know how you can see that, but there it is. All right, so Addams Family.
Go on there.
What? No, it doesn't. I was so disappointed.
Fucking bullshit.
It has 2 trailers. That's it.
Fuck you. No.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No Addams Groove. I actually have a laser disc of the music video, and it also has a making of the music video on it.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
That needs to be on the YouTube set somewhere.
Like, that needs to, why is not all of the content of that 30-minute laser disc on the Blu-ray? Like, seriously. I put this one off way too long. I finally rectified it. I picked up the new edition of An American Werewolf in London, and it actually came with the slipcover, which is quite nice.
What's the difference?
Well, it just says newly restored for improved HD picture. So,
I didn't think the picture looked bad in the first one, though.
New transfer, I guess, maybe.
Great.
Tons of extras. All the
extras are the same, I'm pretty sure.
Loaded with extras. I don't know. This does have a way nicer cover than the previous release, anyway.
I will agree. The full edition had terrible cover.
It was kind of Twilighty, and I'm like, really? You're gonna do that for American Werewolf in London, you fuckers?
Photoshop abomination.
So this one I picked up on DVD, not realizing it was on Blu-ray because Amazon has an incorrect listing for the Blu-ray, so I didn't see it the first time. Discovered it later. This is the 2003 miniseries version of Frankenstein from Mill Creek. Yeah, and if you look on the Amazon listing, it says it's a Region B release, so it didn't show up under the same listing as the DVD like it normally would. And yeah, so it's kind of fucked up, and the case is a little bit cracked, but that's okay. Anyway, this is the only one. This is the only Frankenstein I haven't actually watched yet, so I decided to wait until I got the Blu-ray. And this one I thought I had because I used to own it, and apparently I didn't anymore, so I had to repurchase it because I wanted to watch this after watching the Universal Monsters, like the old one. I picked up The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro and Antonio Hopkins. Yes. It's
that's not a sticker, that's actually part of the fucking cover.
Loop Garou, and yes, that is fucking annoying as hell. That's really unpleasant. And next up, I remember seeing this one around in my Laserdisc days. Always meant to pick it up, never got around to it. Then I saw the DVD around, always meant to pick it up, never got around to it. Finally decided to grab the Blu-ray, the unrated edition of Embrace of the Vampire, starring Alyssa Milano.
The 4K, and you're like, fuck!
There you go. But because,
not good, by the way.
Vampires and Alyssa Milano's boobs. So, there you go.
Wait, the only notable thing about that movie is Alyssa Milano and her boobs, and that's a shame because that movie's terrible.
Excellent.
Like,
And they did a remake recently, which is apparently even worse.
Oh, no.
But,
I gotta see that. It's like a train wreck, right?
So then next up, I got the steelbook of the first one. I figured I should get the steelbook of the second one. Everyone's saying, oh, you better be careful because it might sell out. It's a Best Buy exclusive. Yeah, but bear in mind, I'm in a small town. There's not a lot of collectors here. Most people are all about digital here. And the local Best Buy actually only had the steelbook of Batman versus Two-Face. The final performance of Adam West as the Caped Crusader, with William Shatner as the voice of Two-Face. Now, interestingly enough, I think it was Stromdog, if I remember correctly, passed on the steelbook because he said it's just a plain steelbook, just a metal interior, really boring, and he went with the regular edition with the slipcover. So, here's the front. Here's the back.
Ooh, I like that back.
And I don't know, looks like lots of interior art to me. So I don't know what he's smoking, but
unless that's the Canadian version and maybe ours doesn't have it.
That is entirely possible. I don't know, because the original steelbook here anyway was a HMV exclusive, and I grabbed it. It was one of the last things they had as an exclusive before they went tits up. So yeah.
I still think they should have done the Batman 66 versus Wonder Woman 77 like the comic, but
that would have been fun. And then finally, since I've been immersing myself in, well, the classic monster lore in general, but one of them being Dracula, I kept seeing this in my searches for the various versions of the movie, and it just kept coming back and coming back. It's like, you know, I really need to get that, because that sounds awesome. We have The Trail of Dracula, which is a documentary all about the history of Dracula, hosted by Christopher Lee. So
that's from one of my favorite labels, Intervision.
It's very nice. Nice, really nice cover, too. I love this cover. But, yeah, so the documentary itself is only 63 minutes long, but then it has 94 minutes of Dracula movie trailers, an interview with Werner Herzog about Nosferatu, an interview with Udo Kier, I guess about when he did the what the hell was it, the Andy Warhol one?
Leftovers from the, I guess it's the stuff that from the Anchor Bay release that didn't get ported to the Screen Factory stuff.
Could be, yeah. And then audio interview.
That's what I've been informed. That's what it is.
Okay.
So.
Then there's an audio interview with Christopher Lee and an audio interview with Francis Lederer, who was in The Return of Dracula. So there you go. So there's all the pickups, especially Van Helsing, from this week. There you go. I was going to pick up the Tomb of Dracula collection, which came out this week, but I have no money. so much for that plan. And I'm apparently still on Brandon. There we go. Okay, we're good. And that's that.
Woo!
Yay!
Finally jumped into Bendy and the Ink Machine again last night, by the way.
Oh my God.
Chapter 3 was just, you know, fairly straightforward fetch quests for a good chunk of it, with some scary bits thrown in, and, you know, getting some more bits of the story. And then suddenly, it was just kicking my ass! Like, there's this incredibly awkward battle at the end of it that was just destroying me.
Hit detection was bad. You were hitting that guy 3 or 4 times to hit him once.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you were just not close enough, and sometimes you literally hit him and he should have gotten hit.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Yeah. I still don't get, like, why did they take away your best weapon and then throw you into a battle? That's just cruel and unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Here, have the second best weapon instead. So it takes a couple extra hits to kill these incredibly unfair enemies. So we're going to be diving back into that after the show, by the way, because I'm determined to finish that chapter, and then maybe we'll play something else after.
Right on.
Because, yeah, I got lots of spooky Halloween-y stuff to play.
Yay!
Yay! Speaking of which, I should put them into my scary folder. Scary folder. Scary. I don't even know what half of these are. They were on sale, so I bought them.
Oh, they're here.
It's on sale, therefore it must be good. So what else is going on? Or are we done?
I don't know. You know.
45 minutes long.
Watch
The
the
end.
Oh my god. You guys need to see what is it? Fuck. I gotta make sure I get the title right. Hold on. I don't want to fuck the title up. Me and my dumb brain. They look like people. It's a Netflix, I think the Netflix original movie, but
What was it called?
oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I was
What was it
so
called?
fucking on edge the whole movie. It was so good.
Oh yeah, he did some live reactions in the text chat in on Discord. He's like, "Oh my god, no, 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 no."
It's so good, and things go bad so quickly.
Excellent.
It's a slow burn, and then out of nowhere, it's like, no, 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 this is going badly. This is going badly. No, no.
Excellent.
Oh man, good shit.
No. Stewie, the Stewie one asked, "Hey Sean, since you have a gaming PC now, are you done with consoles?" Absolutely not. Never. I will never be done with consoles. I like both. Now, that said, if it's a game that's available on both, then I will play the PC version just to be able to play it in higher quality and have, a better quality video for YouTube and stuff. But no, I still love consoles, and I always will. I grew up with them, and I will continue to play them. At this point in time, it's just a matter of, my capture card is outdated and glitchy, so I need to get that replaced with something a little more up to date that can do full 1080p 60 frames per second like I've been doing the PC games, so the quality matches right across the board and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I will return to console games, and then eventually there'll be a nice mix of the two, but for now it's just easier for me to play PC games and capture them and stuff, so that's
Justin
basically
shit or
what we're
something?
doing. Huh?
Justin go shit or something? He just left.
I have no idea.
So we can go on. He's pooping, I
He's
guess.
gone.
Don't bother him. He's pooping.
He's having bottom burps with solid bits.
Bottom burp.
That's a British expression. Bottom burps.
Bottom burp? I've never heard that before. That's weird. Hilarious. Weird.
I think it's great. Hey, Strumdog. Yes, you missed pickups, and we were just talking about you.
About how terrible a person you are? No, wait.
During the pickups. Well, since you're here, I'll show you what I was talking about. Remember you were saying about how the Batman Two-Face Steelbook had no artwork or no interior art? Well, I beg to differ. There's interior art, so I don't know what you were talking about. There you go.
I did say it might be Canada Land exclusive interior art.
Look at all of that no interior art on that interior there. It's just nothing there at all. It's just metal. How boring.
Or Roth is in the UK, and I think maybe that's why. Maybe Roth is. I don't know. Where the fuck are you, Roth? Are you in the UK?
Don't know. Roth?
Oh, Strumdog. Sorry, I just got Strumdog and Roth confused. Excuse me.
Roth Dog?
I'm really high.
Strum Sothy?
Oh, it's terrible. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you guys confused. You're very different people.
They're not even the same person.
God damn it. Oh, Christ. I'm really high.
There. Nice stereo farts for you, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, sorry. Strumdog said he went for the lenticular slip. At first glance, I thought it said I went for the tentacular tip.
I don't know what that is, but
I think you had to stop to think about that one for a second.
Like, well, just as long as it was just the tip.
Okay, the big fly a man ever holds.
Oh boy, good times.
So my dad bought a TV today.
Sweet. What'd he get? Is it color?
Yeah, it is color.
Sweet.
Well, he pulled me into the office, and he goes, He goes, I was looking at Best Buy, looking at getting a new TV. Tell me what you think. And I'm thinking, this is my dad. Does someone who doesn't care about content or quality.
Ah.
I'm thinking he found some like $200, because he wanted to go bigger. He was talking about 55 inches. So I'm like,
You really need those extra few inches.
It's gonna be, 55 inches at like $200, some 1080p TV, whatever. So I'm not expecting much. So he pulls it up, and it's a TCL. I go, okay, that's a good start. I know that brand. It's very good. 55 inches. I go, okay, yeah. 4K UHD smart TV.
Nice.
I go. He goes. Is this good? I'm like, I have no complaints.
Yes, that is good. SpongeBob will look excellent on this television.
Well, no, the first thing we loaded up was MeTV and watched The Rifleman.
Oh, nice. I love that you're so into classic westerns.
Oh yeah, I grew up watching classic westerns and shit.
They're great. I love them too. I need to see more of them. The Rifleman is actually one I've really wanted to see for a long time. I haven't really seen very much of it. Bonanza, I would love to get like Blu-rays of that, just because it's beautiful, full color.
But yeah, The Rifleman with Lucas McCain.
Lucas McCain.
Or as
Chuck Connors.
With Chuck Connors, yeah.
See, I always remember Chuck Connors from Werewolf, where he was Janos Scorzini. He was like the head werewolf that cursed the main character, and the main character was trying to find and kill.
And in The Rifleman, his son Mark, or as my dad goes, Mark. That's the way he says it in the show. He'll be sitting there and he'll just go
Mark.
like, Mark.
Welcome back, Stout. Did you have a good shit?
That wasn't what it is.
Or did your internet have a good shit?
My modem.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
Oh, okay.
Those times when, like, you have a 2.4 and a 5 gig bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, network. Blah.
Blah. Yes.
You have both signals.
Right.
But for some reason, the 2.4 cannot be detected.
Oh.
And the 5 is just going in and out over and over again.
Well, that sucks.
That's the moment where you're like, okay, clearly I need to turn this off and on again.
As someone who troubleshoots Wi-Fi every day as a part of my job, I will give you a little bit of advice. Stick with the 5G if you can, because 2.4 is so oversaturated now because everybody uses it. It is like so interference prone. It's ridiculous. If you can pick up 5G, go 5G.
I was on 5G.
It has shorter range. It has shorter range, so there's that to consider. But in one way, that works to your advantage because it means you won't pick up interference from the neighbors as much. So
the longer range on the 2.4 means you should be able to pick it up no matter what. It's going to be crappy, but you should be able to pick it up.
Yes.
So when I'm not even seeing that, but I am seeing the 5, it's like, there's something wrong here.
A question for you. Have you ever gone in and adjusted the Wi-Fi channels, like the channels that it's broadcasting on? Yeah?
Yep.
Have you done that recently?
Nope.
Okay. It's possible that... Now, did you manually lock it to, like, the ones that you determined were the good ones?
No.
Or did you just leave it on automatic?
I don't know.
Okay.
I changed it.
The reason I ask is because what can happen is... you'll change the channel, you'll find, you can test them all, you find the good one, you lock it on that one, and then a few months down the road, what used to be the good one isn't the good one anymore. It's, now a bunch of neighbors are on close channels, so now you got a bunch of interference there where you didn't before. So that could be part of the problem. So I would definitely suggest go in and fuck around with the channels a little more, just to see if you actually are still on the good one.
And if you didn't lock it down, it may have automatically changed to a better channel temporarily and not gone back.
That's true. Or, if you ever did a factory reset, it will have wiped any manual settings, such as channels that you locked onto, so, and it'll be back on automatic. So.
I just turned it off and on again. It worked.
Okay, then.
That's always the first thing to do, obviously.
When in doubt, reboot.
Programs you can install. In fact, my router has custom firmware on it, of course. And I have a third-party program installed that actually does that exact thing with channels. It will, about every month or so, it will scan all the available channels and auto set to the least populated one.
Nice.
So,
Now, does that... Now, I know with most Wi-Fi's, you got about a dozen channels that it can pick from.
right.
And the default automatic settings only picks from 3 of those channels. Like, it ignores all the other ones entirely. Which is why I always go in and manually set them whenever I'm troubleshooting people's Wi-Fi. It's like, let's go on the ones that your neighbors are the less likely to be on. Yeah. So, my question is, does this automatic program of yours pick from all of them, rather than just the...
It scans every available channel.
Okay, cool. Good.
It doesn't have a standard that it sets by.
It does it the right way, then.
It just knows what every available channel is, and scans every single one, whether your thing can connect to it or not sometimes.
Yeah. That's cool.
So.
There we go. Clean my mouth.
What I didn't get the chance to say about your pickup, Sean, is I approve of The Wolfman. I really like that. A lot of
you like that one?
Didn't like that movie, but it was freaking awesome.
I thought it was a fucking mess, like, of a plot, but it was pretty good and enjoyable the whole way, so I didn't give a shit.
Like, yeah, tonally, I mean, I've only seen it once, but I remember enjoying the, the performances and just the sort of tone of it, and there's a lot of little nods to the old one in there, which I enjoyed, so I'm looking forward to revisiting it.
The Ed Gordon scenes in the unrated version really help it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it should too. It's fucking Rick Baker.
I know.
Oh, is it? I probably knew that at some point.
It's incredible.
But yeah,
like, special effects.
Great.
That's cool. Didn't he do American Werewolf in London as well, which I also picked up?
Yep.
Awesome. I'm gonna have a Rick Baker-a-thon apparently. Yeah.
You should.
Oh, he absolutely is. Yeah, he's one of the big pioneers. Him and Tom Savini and Stan Winston, all those guys are like the big pioneers of movie makeup and creature design. Great stuff. Great stuff. Dick Smith, yeah. Rob Bottin.
I think I broke my game.
But I guess, I guess if we're talking makeup, it wouldn't really be Stan Winston and Rob Bottin per se. They're more creature creation.
Who the hell did Frankenstein? Jack something or other.
Jack Pierce.
Jack Pierce.
The original. He was like the original pioneer of monster makeup. He like invented so many techniques. They talk actually in a lot of the extras in the Legacy collections. They have interviews with guys like Rick Baker, talking about Jack Pierce's techniques and just how old school they were and how like uncomfortable they would be for the actors and stuff. Like how he's talking about how
also be a pioneer too. But
yeah, I was talking about how, or he was talking about how Jack Pierce would do the mummy makeup for Boris Karloff, and he said how they would have this sort of material that they would stretch tight over the skin and like adhesive to stick it to the skin, and then dry it, and then as it dries, it would wrinkle and create all those really detailed wrinkles. And he said it looks really good, but it's incredibly damaging to the skin. And apparently he had like burns and scars and stuff from that for pretty much the rest of his life.
wow.
But yeah, all in the name of suffering for one's art, man. Because that mummy makeup was freaking amazing. Like, still amazing to this day.
Just figured it better be.
That's right. It better be amazing. Lon Chaney, yeah, of course, absolutely Lon Chaney.
Yeah, that's why I said Lon Chaney.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the name there.
Yeah, I wanted to I also Lon Chaney. Wanted to throw that in there real quick before we cut.
Yeah, Lon Chaney would have predated Jack Pierce by a little bit.
Like shit in his eyes and mouth to distort his face for the man who laughs.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like, he was in literal physical discomfort for his roles.
Oh, I know. Well, Phantom...
Nerve damaged himself.
Well, and Phantom of the Opera, where he had, like, his mouth, like, just pulled back to expose his teeth more and stuff like that. And,
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. I can only imagine, like...
The rictus, the rictus smile.
Rictus, yes.
R-I-C-T-U-S.
God, I can only imagine, like, how many facial cramps he must have had after doing his performances. Just
I'm sure his mouth was all cut up because there were just metal bars in his mouth and shit.
Yeah. But definitely
It was like what if you combine Rick Baker with Daniel Day-Lewis. There's Lon Chaney, Lon Chaney for you.
There you go. Crazy, man. Gotta be a little nuts
It's
to
crazy.
be a pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah,
It'd be a
amazing.
little crazy to do push the boundaries, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I've really been enjoying going through the old movies.
Speaking of notable people in the horror movie community and horror movie creation, George A. Romero is going to be honored on October 25th with a star on the Hollywood
Star,
Walk of Fame.
yes, that's right. Finally, it's about freaking time.
But you know what?
Yeah,
He deserves it.
absolutely. Well, he was definitely a pioneer in the genre and helped to create a whole subgenre that really didn't exist before. The whole walking undead. Don't call them zombies. Even though Dawn of the Dead 2 was called Zombie.
Zombies? He created zombie movies?
Oh, there's a Kickstarter for an Evil Dead Omnibus and art book, and a slipcase set for both of them.
Yeah.
Going on right now.
Whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fucking good. You can get either the art book or the omnibus, or you can get both separate. Or I mean, like as separate volumes, or you can get both with a slipcase that's only available in the Kickstarter or whatever.
Crazy. Ryan Shadoway says, remember he tied his legs up for the penalty. I did not know that. I don't know that, Phil.
Alright.
I'm sorry. But I don't doubt it. Actually, this is why Ryan
We
should
keep
be...
talking.
That's why Ryan should be in the chat. If anyone should be talking about Lon Chaney, it would be him.
I
He's
know,
like
right?
our silent movie guru.
Speaking of certain movies, while I was watching Blade Runner 2049, I picked up on something. Maybe it was just me having a weird memory that I had no connection whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have sworn they were making a reference to Metropolis.
Oh, it's entirely
One
possible.
scene.
It's entirely possible.
There was just a moment where I was like, I remember this from Metropolis.
It's quite possible.
And I'm sure almost everyone, if not everyone in the theater, had no idea, would have had no idea what I was talking about.
Bunch of millennials know nothing. They don't know art. They only know what is spoon-fed to them on their iPhones. Oh,
Kind of millennials, jeez.
it reminds me. I do have one more pickup. Hold on, I forgot something. Be right back.
It was Van Helsing, right?
You're an asshole.
Dick.
And of course, Rose seems to have moved it somewhere. Where the fuck did it go?
You can just
Oh, here it is.
describe it to us. Oh, yeah.
You've been waiting for this day forever.
Oh my
It
God.
has finally happened.
Oh my God.
Dun
Oh my
dun
God.
dun!
What?
It's a Samsung something. I don't know.
Jeez.
It's a Samsung anyway. It's got a camera on it, and
For an S7.
I have no idea.
No, it's not an
There you go. See,
Yeah.
it's
And turn the screen on. Never mind.
it works.
Mine's an S7, so.
There's no
Wait, give a cell phone number and everything.
not yet. No, just what? Turn off.
Well, baby steps, I suppose.
Thank you. You don't have to tell me it's going to shut down when I click shut down. Just shut down. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
It's no, we gotta get the cell phone number. I'm like,
Yeah, I need to get a SIM card, and I'm probably just going to do a pay-as-you-go thing and mostly just use Wi-Fi. So
That's
But I've already got-
what I do.
I basically got it. Yeah, I've basically got it already set up for the public network here that I get free with my internet service. I just have to get it set up on the home one, and then actually I don't even know. I don't even know if it can pick up 5G. Speaking of Wi-Fi,
oh.
come on.
If it's at least made in the last,
Oh.
like,
It's
2
a
or 3 years,
Samsung Galaxy Core
Huh. Okay.
LTE.
Fuck.
Okay, just I don't know.
That's
Dan?
one of their.
Right.
budget
Don't
friendly.
know it was a low budget phone. Okay. At least
Hey,
it's
so
a phone.
this is one of Anetta's old
Absolutely.
ones that she upgraded and asked if I wanted her old one. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So
Yeah.
she basically sold it to me for $40.
And it fits you surprisingly well, actually.
Thank you. Why are you taking so long to power up? You didn't take this long before. Okay, there we go.
It's just a basic phone, man.
All right.
Basic smartphone.
Easy settings. I don't want easy settings. I want hard settings.
Gets the job done. It's not bad.
Finally,
It's a fucking
even-
phone.
Fine, easy settings.
Even homeless people have phones, and now
Right.
Sean too.
He's almost 50. Get him a break. Like, it's a good beginner phone for old people.
Oh, okay. It does. It does pick up the 5G. Sweet. I don't know
I
what my
expect-
password is.
I expect many bus selfies.
Bus.
Get an Instagram account stacked.
Just picture of Sean like on the bus. Hey!
Well, for a while I did those weird work pictures.
Oh, I love because you're always doing the.
I know.
Oh, dude, you know what you can do? You can now you can do things like live stream your way to work and talk to people.
That's true.
I
On
guess
the
I,
fucking
yeah, I could. Holy
that
shit.
app called. I just blanked the name.
But that would cost you a lot of data.
Oh,
Just saying.
Connected! Yay! Connected to Wi-Fi.
Unless it's public Wi-Fi supported it.
To well, okay. I get just 1 second here. I get the I'm on the internet 150, so that gives me 150. Why are you not powering off? Power off! Wow,
He
really?
hates it already.
Off. Yes. Shut down. Thank you. All right. So I'm on the internet 150. Hey, at least I know where the power button is, unlike a lot of the old people I talk to every day.
He's
It's-
not that old.
It's funny. It's like I know how to
Where's
use
the
phones
input button?
from having to walk old people through setting theirs up so many freaking times. So, what was I going to say?
I don't see an input button. I see Facebook, Twitter.
It's like,
Yellow.
what web browser do you use? Google. Okay, so Google Chrome? No, just Google. Okay, what does the icon look like? What's that? The thing you click on to make it go. What does it look like? Looks like a blue E. Okay, that's not Google. Oh.
Google's the web search, you fucking dummy. That's what I
Or,
was like.
you know, trying to explain the difference between using an email program and using a webmail page. It's like, okay, what email program are you using? Just silence. Like, they don't understand the concept of a program. It's like, okay, this is not complicated. This is not high-tech. This is what things on computers have been called since computers were invented.
Some people only have 2 brain cells to rub together, and that's that silence of
Apparently.
them rubbing together furiously trying to find the answer.
Well, and it's and you try to explain it in different ways, like getting more and more layman until you can't think down to that level. It's like email program. Okay, what is the thing you click on to get into your email? When you go to check your email, what do you click on?
Facebook.com/my grandson Nathan.
Are you gonna do
Yeah.
Now your pickup, Zach?
So,
You gonna show your pickups, at least the 2 big things from the package?
Fuck that. Y'all can go watch the goddamn package opening video.
see?
No.
I keep telling him this.
No one's gonna do that, Zach. You don't have any fucking subscribers.
I don't do pickup stuff in pickup or pickup package
Hell,
stuff in
there are
pickup.
more people watching live right now than you have subscribers.
So what I was going to say
So,
was,
No one's gonna go watch the video.
okay, I have the internet 150, right? So
Grab
it gives
off the
me
fucking shelf.
so it
Show
gives me-
me.
so it
I
gives me
would
a-
if I near the shelf.
So it gives me 150 megabits download, 15 megabits upload at home. Now, the public network that it gives me access to, that is also adjusted based on the speed that you're subscribed to. So on the Internet 150 on the public network, I get 30 megabits down and 5 megabits up. So it's actually pretty good speed for public Wi-Fi. So I could potentially do some kind of streaming for sure.
What is the name
If
of
I
that
wanted to.
fucking app I blanked on?
I don't know.
It starts with a P, right?
Penis?
Fuck.
Paracelsus. Prima Donna.
Periscope.
Okay.
Periscope.
I don't even know
It's
what that is in context to.
That's the live streaming app that people go and they just live stream on the phone, whatever they're doing. They talk to people.
Okay.
And people randomly find you.
Yeah, but you can just use Facebook or YouTube too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a lot of people do stream live to their Facebook page. I see that fairly often.
Yup. Yarp.
That would be cool, actually. It would be additional content.
All the kids are on Periscope.
And I'd just like to say, I will make sure to do so holding the phone like this
there it is.
whenever I do.
Look at
So,
this awesome pickup.
holy shitballs, Batman. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me get him up here. Holy shitballs, Batman. I don't have any version of that set.
That was his.
Wow. Look at that.
I sent that to him.
Oh, it's the ball set. Nice.
Beautiful.
That's pretty
The arrow set.
sweet. That's pretty awesome. Very nice.
Good shit. Now you gotta
Best
watch.
sympathy gift I've gotten so far.
You gotta review them for your channel now.
I'm sure I will.
A review of his channel?
Also, go subscribe to Bluto, you fucks. Come on.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck,
This is
people?
going deep, Joe Rogan.
Jesus Christ.
Bluto 1997. Okay.
No.
Bluto 1982.
No.
Or
Bluto versus
blocked.
Popeye.
Yes.
Wow, I'm not subscribed. How much of an asshole am I? Okay, I'm subscribed now.
I'm sitting here like, wait, Ludo has a YouTube channel?
How have I not ever been subscribed to Bluto?
No, I'm
What's the
kidding.
matter with me?
You want to subscribe to him? You fucking asshole.
I know.
Who has a subscription channel?
What a dick!
Oh my god.
Well, to openly be open and honest here, I only recently subscribed to Skinslip.
Wow.
Because
You asshole. Way to support your friends.
you have to be perfectly honest, though. You know, you don't actually make content that I would really be interested in.
Well, that's
You
It's
know
not,
this,
it's not
though.
about that.
I at least have video games.
Hey, I play video games. In fact, I'm going to be getting back into reviewing some. I got some new games.
Good.
to review.
Awesome. Yay, video games. I like to play them because many of my viewers hate that I like to play them.
You play them out
I'm-
of spite.
To
That's
be perfectly
right.
honest, I am amazed I actually have 100 subscribers on my channel.
Hey, you do some funny shit sometimes, once in a blue moon.
80% of them are probably dead channels, but that's, hey, it's 100.
It's 100. It all counts. They're still technically subscribed.
Look at that.
Mopar!
Oh, I don't need it.
Whoa.
I approve of the collar color. Just saying.
The cat.
Well, that's the only other one that they had. So
Purple's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, hey.
if they had blue, I'd get blue because that's perfect for Mopar. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of videos, I finished editing the Bride of Frankenstein review today. So that will be going up probably tonight and going live tomorrow morning. And... Oh, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Nothing you give a shit about. It's 10,000 clear plastic sleeves, like this.
Oh, nice.
I'm rolling them in, son. I've got a case of it here. I'm rolling it.
10,000?
Yeah, I got 10,000. It was $50 for a case. So
Wow, that's awesome.
Go for it.
So now your
I've been
cards,
back for a while.
now your card collection can take up literally 3 times the space.
Actually, used half the case sleeve of the cards I already have.
Wow, that's
Yep.
I'm not surprised. That's good though. Keep them safe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I wouldn't mind getting those. I have just like maybe a dozen of those, but I wouldn't mind getting a pile of them for my my old movie cards and stuff like that.
You should. I mean, like, they're literally it's $1 a pack, so
That's pretty cool.
unless you buy a case.
So yeah, while we were talking here, I
Sorry.
just got an exotic item drop.
Ooh, exotic item. Does that mean you're going on a raid of some kind?
I'm going back to the tower to decrypt the exotic item to see what
Oh,
it
I
is.
see. Okay, cool. So I was gonna say, so I edited the Bride of Frankenstein review, and I've also been watching movies. I I've only got like 1 or 2 more Frankenstein ones to watch, and then film the reviews. But the one I watched today was I, Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
Which I hear a lot of people shitting on it, but honestly, when I was watching it, I was like, what's the problem? Like, okay, it's different, but it's fun. You know, I mean, I'm enjoying myself.
It's definitely not terrible.
No, it's... Well, see, I was thinking, the whole time I was watching, I was thinking, this kind of... I'm getting a very comic booky vibe from this. Like, this feels like it could be a comic book.
Yeah, and, graphic novel.
And apparently it's based on a graphic novel, so I'm like, aha, that explains it. But no, I thought it was fine.
My God,
I'm going to have to poke around a bit and see what exactly people were complaining about, because I didn't think it was awful. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. Plus, I like Aaron Eckhart anyway, so...
I probably wouldn't watch it again. But...
I liked the idea.
Got a few more pickups.
Oh, okay.
Rounded them up. I didn't get all of them. All the stuff is watch the package opening video.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
All right.
All right. Baby Driver 4K.
Yay. I've heard that's good.
Bridge on the River Kwai 4K.
I know that's good. I've seen it.
Blu-ray of that.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Also good.
I got that on the rail. So.
4K.
Rosie loves that movie.
I wish.
Really seen in the suit.
Clue.
Yes, I need that.
I need that still.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I saw that movie in the theater when it was new.
Wait.
You're old.
Yep.
Paman.
Padaman. Yeah, I need to get that.
Padaman.
Oh, you got the steelbook. Nice. I like that cover actually.
Wait, what? Oh, hey. Nice.
Yes.
Batman
Now, wait.
versus Two-Face.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to know. So
Yes, there is.
I got the Canadian steelbook.
We want to compare we want to make sure. It's probably the same, but we were like...
What do we got here? Yeah,
That's
it's the same. All right, Strum Dog's full of shit.
Well then.
It's official.
Take that, Roth. That means Strum Dog. Damn it.
Roth Dog.
Strum Dog.
Roth Dog.
Strum Sothy.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I want to get that so bad.
See, things like this are why I'm sad we don't have Target in Canada anymore.
That was so far away from Target.
That is
sad.
so nice.
I'm never going to get it.
Beautiful.
So sad.
And the DVDs are on the bottom, like they're supposed to be.
Where they
and
should be.
Look at the Netflix symbol.
The DVDs are so tacky.
So plain.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
Why is it
upside down. Because it's in the upside down.
Those DVDs upside down, man.
It's the upside down.
You raise a valid point.
Real fans would
Oh, this
understand
is-
that reference.
Yeah, I wish we could get one of those.
this is not VHS size, so they should
Yeah.
redo this packaging.
Someone on
Oh,
Discord
God.
wants
Seriously?
to hook a brother up. I totally want one of those. I don't have it.
It's not genuine VHS. Pass.
And I can't get it off the internet if it were available because 2 reasons. Every time I hit the checkout button on Target, it just goes error. And when I finally go through, it tells me my home address doesn't exist.
Great.
It won't show my PO box.
Way to go, Target. On
home
the
address
ball with
exists.
those exclusives, as always.
I can never
hang on.
get those.
Apparently, I haven't watched them yet, but apparently there's unskippable fucking previews
Oh,
and no special features.
that's a travesty.
Unskippable previews are perfect for VHS case, though. I'm just saying. I'm like, oh, that's on.
Well, that is a point. That is a point.
But no special features feel kind of a bummy thing. It's like, really, guys?
But also
But still, it
appropriate for a
wasn't like they
VHS
charged out
release.
the ass for it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
basically the price of a movie. So
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised because
Not really expensive or anything, yeah.
a show like that, it just screams for special features. I mean, something about all the references in it, or something about, just, remembering the 80s and I don't know. There's so many different things they can do for that.
Yeah.
I have 2
Recreating the
subscribers.
80s. Yeah. Yay!
I wonder who they are.
Well, one of them's probably me.
No, it doesn't say yet that you're on here.
Oh, okay. Maybe I unsubscribed again.
Well, then.
Are you not supposed to click the button repeatedly?
You gotta hit that ding bell.
Gotta hit the bell. The ding bell.
I got my exotic item.
Ooh, it's shiny.
Called the Graviton Lance.
Shiny.
So I looked up Bluto 1992, and I get Bluto at the top of the list. And then right below it, opening a package of whipped farts from Bluto 1992. Oh, a Stoud-tacular. Sparkling Wizardry. And a Stoud-tacular package from Stoudman and Bluto. I see I've used a different font for Bluto every time. That's interesting.
No consistency.
No. I usually try to use the same, like I'll load the same project file to use the same font from repeat package senders. Clearly I did not do that with Bluto.
You know, you're his friend and he doesn't consider you important enough to save your package.
That's right. Oh, I have it somewhere. I just neglected to load it, apparently.
I used the box that he got me to move things when I had to move. Because it meant that much to me.
Yeah, huh?
No, it was useful.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, if it hasn't been said yet tonight, I'm going to say it anyway. R.I.P. Leahy, you drunk fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He died this week.
And what he started doing was he had a bunch of old Disco Vision
Bummer.
discs.
No more Trailer Park Boys, probably, maybe.
People keep saying, people keep saying they can't go on with Trailer Park Boys now. And I'm just like, what do you mean?
Not one of the boys. They don't talk about
this is one of the perfect opportunities for Ricky to just be like,
thank you for the bits there.
Park manager.
I was on another screen. I didn't see who it was. I'm sorry. It was Easy Bake Oven. Thank you, Easy Bake Oven. Appreciate that.
Park manager, and that's the perfect place for him to be.
They already did that.
Oh. Then Julian will become park manager because he's actually responsible.
I haven't seen enough to know.
Oh my God! Easy Bake Oven. Easy Bake Oven is Javi. It's Javi.
Oh,
Javi's here.
Long time viewer, Javi.
Or Javi, as I said for the many years, completely incorrectly. It's Javier. So I remember Javi used to hang out with us all the time, and then he got a girlfriend, and we never saw him again.
He owes me a package he's never sent. It's been like 10 years now, 8 years now.
It's been probably close. Actually, yeah, it's been it's been like at least 8, I'm sure. Holy shit.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yes, Worm Disease. Worm Disease says I have a lot of Trailer Park Boys to catch up on. Yes, as do I. I have not seen any of the new ones. I've just been buying them as they come out on DVD, just to kind of keep up to date in terms of having them. But I have not seen beyond the end of the original series, Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys, which followed Season 7. And I don't think I've seen the second... No, I haven't seen the second movie, either. So
the second movie is the best of the movies.
Is it? I really liked the first movie. First movie was fun. Yeah. Although it does retread a lot of the same jokes from the show.
So,
Big Dirty.
There's a lot of Netflix news to catch up on. Because Netflix has been doing a lot of shit.
Is there now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in addition to the fact that they released this week, maybe it was last week, Mindhunter, which is a television series directed by David Fincher about the FBI detectives who created the term serial killer.
Interesting.
So it's them trying to figure out what a serial killer is and how they define it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good series. Watched it all. Fantastic.
Sorry, just have to interrupt here. This very important breaking news. JL says hashtag boycotting Netflix. So everybody, JL is boycotting Netflix. Right. Oh, he's boycotting them for removing Malcolm in the Middle. Well, okay, that's clearly that's the only show that was ever removed ever, and Netflix never removes shows or rotates them at all.
So, how about this? How about you buy the fucking show?
Next Well, they just released actually Gerald's Game, which is based on a Stephen King story, and it's fantastic, getting very highly rated. They also just released another Stephen King movie called 1922, and it's like the perfect haunted house kind of story, but it's really creepy and
cool.
Stars Thomas Jane.
Sweet.
Thomas Jane is the main character.
Haunted house story, you say? Directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Thomas Jane, you say?
I didn't say Steven Spielberg.
Yes, you did.
I said it was a Stephen King story.
Directed by Steven Spielberg.
No.
Oh.
It was not directed by Steven Spielberg.
Slightly less interested now, but...
for Christmas.
Thomas Jane in that movie, he freaking transforms. You will not recognize him.
Nice.
You will not recognize Thomas Jane in this. And
what does he transform into? A little girl selling Girl Scout cookies?
A surly old farmer from the 1920s.
Awesome. But seriously, you basically had me at Creepy Haunted House Story, and then you also had me at Thomas Jane. And then you said Steven Spielberg, and that just clinched the deal right there.
Oh my god!
So it's like a period one, I'm assuming, from the title? Nice. Period haunted house story. Fucking A. We don't get enough of those.
So next week, on the 24th, they're going to release Creep 2, the sequel to Creep.
Oh, really?
Which is a...
Yeah, I'm so excited.
The found footage one. Yeah, that was really good.
It was fucking great.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot.
And then after that, of course, we're going to get... Or maybe it's a little bit before that, or at the same time. I don't know. Stranger Things Season 2.
I think Stranger Things comes out in 3 days, right?
Is it?
Friday? Not Friday?
Is it this week?
Or Friday, or something like that?
That sounds possible.
They usually drop on Friday, so I think it's on Friday.
27th, yeah.
Sweet.
But Creep 2 is coming out on Tuesday, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. I really enjoyed the first one.
Also, Patton Oswalt's new comedy special came out, and you should definitely watch it, because it's hilarious and touching. You will fucking cry. Christina P. also released a comedy special you should check out. Good shit. She's really fucking funny.
You will also cry at that one?
No. Oh, they look like people. That you should see that.
Oh, is that
Boys
that?
and Trees.
I missed the title earlier. They look like people is the one you were like losing your shit over, right?
Yes.
That was okay.
Yes. It's so good.
Nice.
Boys and Trees. He Never Died. Little Evil. Stake Land 2 is actually pretty good. It's all available on US Netflix, by the way. Most of it's actually available on Canada Netflix also.
And then on November 17th, Jim and Andy.
Yes!
That's what I was going to mention next.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes!
Jim and Andy.
Yes, the Jim Carrey Man on the Moon doc. I can't wait.
Apparently there's like hours and hours of behind the scenes footage from the making of Man on the Moon, and Jim Carrey was incredibly method about the whole thing. Basically just became Andy Kaufman. So they basically kept it sealed for the past 20 years. So we're actually going to be...
thought it would make him look like an asshole. That was a major thing, apparently.
Yeah, so we're basically going to be seeing a lot of this footage and new interviews with Jim himself as well about it for the first time, and it's all in the form of this feature-length documentary.
For years.
Really looking forward to that. Sorry, go ahead.
For years, there were like rumors about what happened on that set, and in the fucking trailer for it, they show some stuff. You're like, wait a minute. That was part of that rumor. Oh my god. Yeah. I gotta see this fucking trailer.
Yeah.
I gotta see this movie. Like, holy shit, is any of it true? There needs to be a criterion of that movie, by the way, with this documentary on there.
Yes, oh my god, yes, that would be fantastic. It was like with the, excuse me, when HBO did a film of, based on the making of Citizen Kane, called RKO 281. And when the special 70th anniversary edition of Citizen Kane came out, they included that movie as an extra, which I thought was terrific that they did that, because it really is.
And they included the documentary, The Battle Over Citizen Kane.
Yes, the documentary. The movie was basically adapted from the documentary, so all the behind the scenes stories. So jail. Sorry, go ahead.
The version of Citizen Kane I have does not have that movie, but
okay.
It's. I'm sure it's still easily available. So
actually, it's only available on that set, I think. But remind me this week, and I'll hook you up.
No, you can get the DVD on its own. I used to have the individual release of it.
Of the RKO 281.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. If it's out of print, hit me up.
It may be out of print. It was quite a while ago.
Out of print, hook me up. Hit me up.
But sorry, JL is going on here about some stuff I just want to address. He says, "Yeah, tell me when Malcolm in the Middle is back on. You may laugh, Zern Isaac, but that show made me laugh." Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of shows make me laugh. I don't obsess over one show and fixate on it to the point where I boycott some station that used to show it because they don't show it anymore. That's ridiculous.
You liar.
There are so many other things that you could be also discovering and enjoying and laughing, but you're denying yourself because you're punishing the service that once showed it for a little while. They don't own it. They licensed it for a short period of time. It is a network show owned by a network, and it is the network that decides who can show it and when. It's nothing to do with Netflix.
In counterpoint, obviously Lion King is just Bambi with laughter.
In counterpoint to that, I seem to remember Sean getting very upset about CBS's handling of Star Trek.
See, now that's different, though. That's
it's the same thing.
No, that is the network that owns the show fucking over the fans of the show. That is legitimate anger. Getting mad at Netflix because they're not showing some 20-year-old show from a network after a while. I mean, that's irrational. It has nothing to do with Netflix. I'm going to boycott McDonald's because they don't sell hot dogs.
No,
it's fucking McDonald's.
I do boycott.
They better have my Szechuan sauce.
Yeah.
I do boycott them until the McRib shows up, to be fair.
Yeah. But see, that at least is placing the anger in the right place. It's like it was a McDonald's product that McDonald's stopped carrying, so fuck McDonald's for not carrying that thing I liked anymore. Netflix has nothing to do with these shows that they've licensed.
And for future reference, the only person that gives a fuck about stuff being removed from Netflix is you. Nobody else gives a fuck.
Because when they remove stuff, they add other stuff. Like, things are constantly in rotation, constantly in flux. That's the beauty.
Just like the U.S. Treasury, they shred a dollar bill, but they replace it with a dollar bill.
That's the beauty of services like Netflix, is there's always something fresh and new and different, or a different classic show or movie of some kind to discover and enjoy. I mean, I really have to wonder if you get so stuck on one sitcom. There are thousands of sitcoms out there that you might like just as much, if not more. Why would you just obsess over this one and like, oh, it's not being shown anywhere? Fuck Netflix. It's nothing to do with Netflix.
He explains that though.
Also,
he just wishes it was on DVD so he could.
Yes,
but they only put season.
They only put out
DVD.
season 1 because of music rights issues.
Rotates content means that if you want to see something, you should fucking watch it because it's not going to be there forever.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it really means.
Yep.
That's it.
What I will.
Now,
I think like we need some history put into this, so that people understand. When Netflix started off doing their digital content, right? Providing digital movies digitally, for streaming. They were not being charged a lot for the content they were putting on there, because the companies who owned the content didn't think it was going to go anywhere. They didn't think that people were going to watch it. They didn't think it was going to be a big thing. So they were willing to give Netflix the rights for next to nothing.
Yeah.
But as they realized everyone is switching to Netflix, we're even losing money from Netflix because of the fact that people are canceling their cable service and going to Netflix only kind of thing.
Yep.
As that happened, the company started to charge more and more and more and more money to stream that content on Netflix. And Netflix eventually said, for that amount of money, we could make our own content. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's why within the next few years, they have a plan to have at least half of all content on their service, their content.
It's exclusive.
Well, all their content sucks. I want to watch Christmas Vacation at Christmas, and they don't have it.
Wait, I do though.
Because that's not available on any other way to see it.
I wish it wasn't this way. I wish that they weren't splitting up all these different streaming services based on the company that owns the content.
No, I know.
So you got your CBS, your Disney, stop it already. But
well, that's the thing,
at the
though.
same time, it's like I don't blame Netflix for that.
No, you can't blame Netflix for that.
Fault.
No, it's the studios have seen a potential instead of getting some of the money by licensing the content out to a third-party service like Netflix. Why don't we just start our own streaming service and get all of the money by having all of the subscription money?
But they'll get none of the money because they're alienating the market because we can't afford to buy 10 fucking services.
Exactly. This was the big problem I had with CBS All Access. Was first off, it's U.S. only, so it's alienating fans elsewhere in the world. And second off, it's one network's content. That's it. All the other networks, NBC, ABC, and whatever the fuck the other one is, Fox and all them, they license their stuff to Netflix and Hulu. That's it. They don't want to have anything to do with the streaming service because they know it's pointless. It's like, whatever, we'll just jack up our licensing fees a little bit. They'll continue to pay it because these are hot shows and they want them. But I mean, but then no, CBS has to be the greedy one. No, we're just going to start our own service. Nobody fucking wants it. Like, people are outraged that such a thing even exists. Like, they're offended by it.
People are outraged when they raise the price of Netflix for $1 a month.
Oh, fuck that shit. I am perfectly okay with that. It's like, you know what? For the amount of content, is the amount of content that they give us. For $10 a month, fuck yeah, take my extra $1.
They got me for twice that easy.
Yeah.
Because I use twice as much. I would spend so much more if I singularly rented things. I would spend so much money renting things.
Oh yeah.
They got me until it's like at $25. I'm gonna start considering things. I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh, now it's getting a little expensive. You know, like like okay. Now
I think people
we start cutting my Blu-ray money. We have to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People forget the context of how much it used to cost to go rent a movie.
Yeah.
For a brand new movie in the United States, at least, it would cost at least $2.99 for a new release.
Yeah. It currently costs $3.75 for DVD.
Yeah.
At a video store.
Here it was like between $3 and $5 for VHS new release. So
I have watched one movie this month alone, like at least 6 or 7 movies that are new on Netflix, and an entire, I think more than one entire series actually. And I paid $10.
Yeah, basically 2 or 3 rentals. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing is people aren't. People do forget, and this is what I went into with my HD rants. One of the things was the whole, Blu-ray is so expensive. It's like, it's $40. How is that expensive? Or $30. How is that? It's $20. You're getting the movie in high definition and a shit ton of extras and a booklet. What are you complaining about? And then I would say, well, to give this some historical perspective here, back in the day, Laserdisc was the elite collector's format. You would get a collector's edition of a movie that had, like, say, the equivalent content of that $30 Blu-ray edition. You'd be paying $150 for it. For one movie. And all the extras. And the booklet. In standard definition. On flipper discs.
On flipper discs.
On giant fucking flipper discs.
Yes.
The size of LP.
And we were happy to pay it. We didn't complain because we just accepted that, well, that's what things cost right now.
This is literally the equivalent of, back in my day, I walked to school and 5 years ago,
it's the digital
Sean, how much
equivalent.
How much did this cost, Sean? Back in the day?
That was $60.
Okay, you can get the fucking digibook for $13.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray digibook.
Yeah.
Which has 5 different cuts of the movie.
Yeah, exactly, and like literally 5 hours worth of extras, but that
you get the out of print Blu-ray of that for like almost the same price, $60 right now. I mean,
yeah, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
But yeah, that to put it in perspective, that Criterion Laserdisc there, that was the way to go back then for Blade Runner. It's only one
Criterion
cut.
Laserdisc, the Criterion, the Laserdisc, the Blade, the Runner.
You mean the company that did the special feature? Yeah, I know, right?
It is the international cut only. It's bare bones, has no special features. The special feature you get is an essay on the back of the sleeve. Yeah, there you go. There's your special feature.
Yep.
$60. Thank you very much. Cha-ching.
I have a counterpoint.
Why did you hold it like that, you bastard? You offend me.
That said, I watched the shit out of that Laserdisc. That was where my love of the movie really came from.
How much would this limited edition Hellraiser Laserdisc have gone for?
Oh, that probably would have been about $200 easy.
Yep. This comes, by the way, this comes with a nice little deluxe sticker on the back.
Yeah.
See,
that's like the Terminator set that I have.
Here's the Laserdisc. It's just
How about season 1 of Twin Peaks?
It's your 2-disc. It's your 2-disc special. And it's just regular edition, right? And then
very nice, very nice.
What's special about this one though is it comes with the screenplay.
Yes, see, that's something a lot of the big Laserdisc sets came with. I've got a set of Platoon and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest that both have that. They have the screenplay with it.
This one is signed by Doug Bradley.
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
By Doug Bradley.
Wow.
To a guy named Phil, who is a very famous, a fairly famous author whose name I have forgotten, but that's why I took notes down. I have it. Notes here.
You know, Phil.
Just call him Uncle Phil and call it a day.
The most I have that's anything significant is the LP of American Graffiti that's signed by Wolfman Jack.
Oh, nice. So, okay, Bluto was just asking, how about the Twin Peaks? Okay, they did release the entire series of Twin Peaks in 4 box sets. The pilot episode was not included, though. You had to get it separately, the European cut. Wow. And then you had to also buy Fire Walk with Me separately. So basically you're looking at 4 box sets and 2 individual releases. The individual releases at the time went for about $50 each, bare bones. The box sets, $160 each. So we're looking at what, $326.40, over $700 to get the complete series of Twin Peaks on Laserdisc. $700.
You didn't even factor in
I'll get the out of print entire history for 1/7 of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Much better quality.
Yeah, you can get the complete mystery in high def with extras and stuff that was never in those footage that was never in those sets for a fraction of the price. Like literally 1/10 of the price. It's crazy. So yeah,
Blu-ray's too expensive.
So that's why anytime I see some jackhole complaining about the price of Blu-ray, oh, it's so expensive. I'm like, fuck you. You know nothing. You have no idea how expensive things used to be. Like they were. And someone commented on that HD Rants video recently. Said you shouldn't have paid that much for a Laserdisc. I'm like, okay, dude, that's just what they cost back then. There was no other option. It was that or nothing.
Now here's the thing is like it's a thing I have to constantly wrestle with. Sometimes you just pay $20 for a movie and then you own it and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. And you buy a few of them now and then, and eventually you have a shelf full of them.
Yes.
You know, and then I look over my shelf. I'm like, how do I have like 18 Criterion releases? What? I don't remember. When did I get the Zatoichi? Like, I look over. I'm like, I really did buy that Zatoichi box set. Fuck, how did I afford that? It's because I just slowly accumulated the money, right? And then I just blew my wad on it.
Oh, there's a good example. That Zatoichi box set, like about $170 or thereabouts.
I got it for $160. 135. I think.
Okay, so figure $135. You get like 22 movies in there in high definition. That's the 21 movies. That's the equivalent price of one Laserdisc set. One with one movie on it.
Practically the size of that fucking thing is huge.
So
Beautiful.
you can now get 21 movies in high definition for the same price you would have paid for one on Laserdisc back in the day.
You can get the 5 Fantastic movies for that. You can get the 3 Hellraiser movies for that. You can, you know what I mean, like in limited edition packaging.
Probably even more actually, because that's $150 in 1994 money.
It's like 200 and some change.
Back in my day, you could get a hamburger and a Coke for 5 cents.
And then go to the movies.
My dad always likes to say is back when he remembers the McDonald's back when you could get a burger and fries and change back from your $1.
Wow.
Yep. It was 95 cents.
It was 95 cents for burgers and fries.
That's awesome.
Or burgers and a drink. Something like that.
Yep.
Some burgers and some fries.
And
Now it's $3.
Now it's
like $1.13 for the fucking cheeseburger.
Alone.
Wow.
Just the cheeseburger.
Just the
Or
cheeseburger.
Just the fries, just the drink, yeah.
Their big selling point now is any drink size for $1.
Wow.
Oh, a nice promotion.
Wow, that's been a promotion for like 15 years. Where the hell have you been?
I know.
Well, it's only been at certain locations. For a
Been in
long
this
time, it's
location
been
for
at certain
15 years. Where the
locations.
hell have you been?
But in other locations, it's only been like every now and then that they have that promotion. But it seems like more often than not now, it's like everywhere you go, every McDonald's.
That's out here for some reason. That's been a big push. Not that kind of push, but push. Is they want to just get people in like the summertime to just at least get a drink. Something like that. So they did this thing and it went really well and they kind of stuck with it. And that's their any drink size, any drink, and it's $1, no matter what you get.
They expanded it during this last summer to any milkshake, a small size, mind you, but any small milkshake for $2. It was like,
holy fuck me! I'm so glad I don't live in McDonald's. I get one of those like every day, $2.
Yeah.
I was seriously like, I've been getting my money from the government. I get my money from the government. I'd be like, here's my $100 to buy myself some milkshakes for the month. That's what would happen.
Like I said, it's amazing I don't take advantage of the $1 drink deal because I can literally see. I'll take a picture of it one of these days.
you can see the golden arches.
I can see the golden arches from my backyard.
That's how you know you're in
Those
America.
aren't golden arches. Those are imprints of ass cheeks.
Oh, then I know when I see the golden arches that across the street is something much better.
They have the golden arches. I have the golden arcs. They've got the Big Mac. We've got the Big Mick. See, there's no copyright infringement happening here. Bonus points to anyone who actually gets that reference. I know Bluto does.
Coming to America.
America. Yeah, I think I saw that.
The golden arcs. And the Big Mick.
By the way, speaking of McDonald's, you should all see The Founder. That was a really goddamn movie.
The Founder.
Absolutely. That movie is amazing.
What was that one about again?
Michael Keaton is the evil guy who took over McDonald's from the original people.
Nice.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
fuck! I want to see that now.
Yeah.
And
Great
you
crowd.
you had me at Michael Keaton is the evil guy.
Oh my god.
That was his follow-up to Birdman.
Birdman?
By the way. So,
Yeah.
I gotta say, Birdman was so fucking good.
And of course,
This character is like
my
very
first thought
charismatic and unlikable.
Nice.
when talking about McDonald's is
Sorry, Eric.
Cleveland at the Heavenly Gates. I got a Sears card. I like this one. It's got a McDonald's right inside of it. That's something you don't see a lot anymore. Is big chain stores with like fast food places inside the chain store. There's only one out here that I know of, and that's Walmart, and they have a Subway inside of it.
Really? The Walmart here has a McDonald's.
Yeah, here it's a Subway.
Interesting. Well, there's Chapters Books also has Starbucks.
Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
Yeah. Comic books.
Here
I like
As
buying
long as
new
they're-
books that
as long
reek
as
of
they're
coffee.
around, is actually Barnes and Nobles. They don't have a Starbucks, but they just have they actually have an in-house coffee brew place that's like a pseudo Starbucks. They got
Pseudo.
they got a barista, and that's all that really matters.
As long as she's cute.
Yes, but yeah.
Oh yeah, did you guys? When I was gone, did you guys end up talking about EA?
No! Oh my god! EA dumped Visceral. Visceral Studios is gone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And great fucking timing, guys. Guess what it is next year? 10th anniversary of Dead Space. You could have done something special. You could have cashed in on that shit big time. But no. Let's just close the studio. I think that's a better idea. Well, fuck you very much.
And when asked about it on Twitter, the people who were like behind the scenes were blaming it on the second game, and I'm like, but the second game
was amazing,
pretty well.
Yeah.
No, I know people love that game.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
in terms of the profitability. Yeah.
It earned quite a bit of money. Maybe not as much as they wanted, but it earned quite a bit of money. The one that didn't earn as much money was the third game.
Yeah, where they changed the tone of it and pissed everybody off and added very clumsy, overpriced microtransactions.
I think we're making Mopar sad.
But but yeah, I remember you saying like, well, like, what are you talking about? Dead Space 2 wasn't a success. Obviously, it was a success because you greenlit the third one. Yeah, I'd say let's blame Dead Space.
You know what? Blame it on whatever you want to, but it makes no sense to blame it on the second game. That's all I'm saying.
You know,
like,
well, they were saying that
you don't have to take the blame. I don't give a shit.
Their sort of logic was, well,
sense.
We got the sense that not as many people were interested in an atmospheric, story-driven game like the second one was, so we decided to up the action factor because that's what people wanted.
Fuck you. That's my answer to that.
Yeah. You remember when I played Dead Space 3? There were aspects of it I really liked. Like, I thought, like, the fucking acting in it was absolutely superb. Like, it was some of the best voice acting and, like, mocap acting I've seen in a video game, like, ever. It was just phenomenal. The story was really good. I really liked the additions to the lore and whatnot. But the thing that... And a lot of the side missions, I actually found... I remember I was commenting about this at the time. A lot of the side missions were scarier and creepier than the main story. But, so there was definitely some good stuff in there. But... you would get into these areas where the onslaught, yes, exactly, the onslaught of enemies was just so unrelenting. It's like they put this huge emphasis on action. It's like, okay, now's the part where you get to kill a bunch of shit. That's what you really want, isn't it? It's like, no, actually, I was kind of enjoying the story up to this point and just the creepy atmosphere and, you know, the occasional necromorph popping out and being a nuisance, but... You know, do we really need to be fighting 500 of them right now? Like, seriously?
Hordes of enemies can be scary, but
yeah,
it's not scary if you expect it in every single fucking room.
Yeah. Like, there was, I think it was towards the end. It was like one of the big last battles. It's just this big fucking gauntlet of necromorphs, and it wasn't even difficult. It was just... endless. Like, it just kept going and going and going. I was not having any problem dispatching them. I was not scared or tense. I was annoyed. I was like, can this fucking end, please? Like, yeah, dead. Okay, they're dead. Oh, there's another wave. Dead. Okay, there's another wave. Dead. Oh my god, there's more. Dead. Can we just fucking end this already? Like, there was honestly, so many of them.
You got the sense listening to Isaac in the game at that point that he was getting just as pissed off as you, the game. So,
even the game character is getting pissed off.
I mean, there is that. He has that famous line, "Fuck you" and "Fuck your marker." Like, you know, I'm just saying. Sounds like he was a little perturbed.
Just kind of going back through Visceral Games' history and library here.
Yeah.
I have to say that Dead Space pretty much was their franchise.
Oh, for Visceral, absolutely.
For Visceral, yeah, because they made what? Let's see, any games of notable noteness, I guess. Besides Dead Space, we got Battlefield Hardline, because you know how well that game went over.
Universally reviled, I think, is the term that comes to mind.
The totally not God of War ripoff, Dante's Inferno from 2010.
I heard that was okay, just nothing special.
Yeah, because it's a ripoff.
Game. Army of Two.
Army of Two was fun. I played the second one.
Not the. I was gonna say it's the Devil Army of Two, first game.
Okay, I played the second one. I haven't played the first one. I have it.
Ooh, Cyber Tiger for PlayStation.
That sounds like something the angry video game nerd would review.
Cyber Tiger. I used to play the N64 version of it. It's a fun game. It actually is. It's one of those cartoony. Obviously, it's a golf game because it's Tiger Woods. But,
no, I was picturing an actual tiger.
Oh, yeah, me too.
In cyberspace.
It's a goofy golf game featuring like a chibi Tiger Woods.
Oh, okay, that is actually not what I was picturing at all. I was picturing like some platformer with a tiger character fighting robots or something.
And that's really about it. A lot of Godfather games.
Oh, Roth Sathi said they also did Future Cop, some James Bond games, Godfather series.
Yeah, they did.
And Tiger Woods PGA Tour.
Love. They did everything. What is?
That must have been. But did they call themselves Visceral then, though? Or they must have been under a different name for some of those early ones.
Let me go back and check out.
Because I thought they didn't become Visceral Studios until they were developing Dead Space 2.
Let's see. No, they were Visceral Games.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But they were like a part of other developers.
Yeah.
Like this one was obviously with EA, and this is Cyber Tiger, with EA and Sapphire Corporations.
All right. I don't know.
Let's go ahead a little bit. 2009. See when did they go to? Yeah, still just Visceral Games.
But speaking of Dead Space 10th anniversary, what my sort of tentative plans are is to do basically a 10th anniversary marathon playthrough of all three of them. And I figure it's about time we did the co-op playthrough of Dead Space 3. So I'm gonna grab the PC versions of the first two so we can play them in lovely quality.
Be forewarned. I actually just watched somebody trying to play the PC versions.
Problems?
They don't do well on PC.
Oh, really?
And it's apparently because of a known bug that relates to like the way that it was developed originally.
Oh, really?
To take advantage of I can't remember what it's called, but there's a particular setting that you have to have checked. VSync, I think it was VSync.
Oh, okay, VSync, yeah.
That you have to have checked, or else the game literally bugs out and you can't get through the first door.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't mind. If that's the only glitch, I usually keep VSync locked anyway.
It's not the only glitch, though.
Okay.
That's one of the glitches.
All right, I will research it. I still have the PS3. I still have the PS3 versions if I need to. So, by then I should have a proper capture card, so I can at least capture them in.
It's basically a result of of the fact that computers are so much faster now.
Yeah.
And it was designed for a much slower computer. You know?
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, that's just in 10 years. It's funny because it doesn't feel like it was that long ago that the first game came out. Like, I remember seeing the previews for it and getting really hyped about it and saying, wow, this looks really good. 2008. Yeah, I'll use October 2008.
Dead Space 3.
Yeah. That's right.
I was just reading through the history of Visceral Games.
2003. Wow, it's 4 years ago now.
Yeah, 1998 was when they were founded.
You know, next year we should actually do our two-player playthrough.
That's what he.
That's what I just said. You were
I was
like,
paying attention to my cat. Give me a break.
You were nodding as I was saying it.
Yelling at me, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Sorry.
So
yes.
I have that PS3. I've got two. Yeah.
All right. So obviously we'll regardless of whether I do the first two on PC or PS3, the third one would have to be on PS3 because that's how we would play it together. And also, I already have all the DLC for the PS3 version.
That'll be fun.
So Visceral did actually have
your annoying robot. That's good.
Another name. Visceral Games was a, let's see, in 1998, Electronic Arts moved from San Mateo, California to a new corporate headquarters building in Redwood Shores, California. This move, they founded a studio at that location named EA Redwood Shores, which operated under the general EA Games division. Their first game was Future Cop.
Oh yeah, that's
LAPD.
I have that one.
So yeah, they were called. So Visceral was called EA Redwood Shores.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
They were under that title from 1998 to 2009.
Yes. Okay, that makes more sense. That coincides with what I was thinking because I remembered I watched a lot of the development diaries for the first and second games, and I remember around the time that they were developing the second game, they announced that they were going to be known as Visceral Studios, which made sense to me because it kind of seemed to tie in with their Dead Space success, like the very visceral horror of it, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Well, they had some gameplay ideas set forth for this upcoming title, which would be Dead Space. The title, upon release of Capcom's Resident Evil 4 in 2005, which received high critical praise and commercial success. According to Wanant and Bagwell, which are the two, which are people, I don't know who they are. Not only did Resident Evil 4 alter the ideas of the System Shock game, is what they were calling it, but it also helped them to convince EA's management to let them pursue a new title. The game became known as Dead Space.
Dun, dun, dun. Dead Space. Dead Space. Dead Space.
This,
just because Visceral is gone doesn't mean
the studio to be rebranded as Visceral Games in 2009. Along with this, the studio was moved out of EA Games to become its own division under EA.
Yeah.
Being the first genre studio within the company, with a focus on developing third-person action games in the same vein as Dead Space.
I just broke my toy.
Alongside the rebranding, two sister studios, Visceral Montreal in Montreal, alongside with EA Montreal, and the Visceral Melbourne in Melbourne, Australia, were established.
Excellent. And now they're all dead.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but Dead Space might still come back.
I never know.
I mean, that's one thing we got to remember is Visceral made Dead Space, yes, but Dead Space is owned by EA.
This is true.
So it's not like Visceral's dead, Dead Space is dead. No, they still can very easily get a 10th anniversary HD remaster.
That'd be cool. Like if they did one that like addressed the PC bugs and like
and it would be stupid not to, as next to Battlefield and all that stuff. When it comes to horror franchises, that's all they got.
It's a big one and it's a popular one.
Yeah, it's a very popular
people still go back and play to this very day.
Fuck yeah,
So,
I will. That people go back and play.
It was one of those games up until Dead Space 3. There was very little, if no, negative anything about these games.
Oh yeah, the first two
they were a breath of fresh air. It reminded people of Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, the first two are absolutely modern classics, and a rare video game entry into sci-fi horror, which we don't see very often. We get a lot of zombie stuff, obviously, a lot of more sort of Earth-based horror, but not a lot of sci-fi horror. So it's nice to see
like
that.
During that era of Dead Space spawned a whole new type of horror that we either hadn't seen very often, like we hadn't seen since like System Shock.
Yeah.
The whole isolation horror. I mean, like you look at it now, we got games like Alien Isolation, we got Soma, we got all of these.
Well, the Amnesia games.
Amnesia. Now I mean, even Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah.
And so that we have all of these like corridor-based isolated psychological horrors, claustrophobic, that very much probably wouldn't be as popular, or wouldn't really even be around if Dead Space wasn't as popular as it was.
Yeah, it definitely.
I don't remember really anything prior to Dead Space that was even remotely that that next to System Shock. System Shock 2, many years before it.
Well, and I think that was one of the things that attracted me to it, was the fact that it was so different, but also because it was sci-fi horror, and that's always been a favorite subgenre of mine. And good entries in that genre are so few and far between. It was great to see one that was interactive.
What I want to make clear, I'm not saying that Dead Space invented that genre and brought it to the mainstream.
No, I mean, Dead Space...
That was very much already in the mainstream. It's Dead Space revitalized it.
Yeah,
because it was very fast dying off. And there was not any of that around.
Well, also, I mean, Dead Space itself is an homage and love letter to so many sci-fi horror films of the past. I mean, you see influences of Alien in there, and The Thing, and Event Horizon. Like, there's a lot of... it just seemed to be like a mishmash of all my favorite kinds of things from that genre, but put together into this interactive world with a new story and a fresh take on it. And, it was terrific.
Fantastic.
Rest in peace, Visceral Games.
One of the first actual horror games that I beat.
Yeah. And well, you rarely play horror games too, so.
Yeah, I rarely do. I mean, I get scared.
I can't do it. I can watch it.
They scare me.
I'm a pussy. But I was able to get through with shaking hands. Get through Dead Space 1.
Look. The game doesn't give me the option to hide fear until the danger is over. Then I don't want to play it. Not realistic enough.
If there isn't a poop my pants button, then I'm not playing it.
I didn't want to die by self.
Probably, I would call of that era probably one of the greatest.
Beauty.
Eggs, I guess. They had was in Dead Space 2. One of the post-game unlockables that / Easter eggs that you can get was I don't know if it was on the consoles. I got on the PC version. Was the foam finger.
Oh yeah, I think they have it on the consoles too.
It was this invincible, unlimited ammo weapon.
Yeah.
And it was a red foam finger, and you would hold it out and go, pow and bang.
Yeah.
And it would like instantly rip off every single limb and head of any neck. They would just like explode. They would just.
It was the one-hit kill gun.
It was, and it would win as far as bosses too. It one-hit kill bosses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would just one-hit kill everything.
It just annihilate everything.
So I did pick up some new games on Steam, one of which just reminded me, speaking of funny things, it's a new full-motion video game called Press X to Not Die.
That game, yeah.
Yeah, I watched the trailer, and it looks like hilarious B-movie cheesy fun.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that, too, in the coming year.
Good.
Because of the successful re-release of Night Trap.
Excellent. That's what I want. I got that as well. Major Motoko gifted that to me, and I played a bit of it, and wow, I suck.
I watched it, I played through it, and they definitely made the game easier.
One of the big aspects is you actually see what's going on in the other rooms on the security camera thumbnails now. So that definitely helps.
Turn off.
You can go old school if you want.
Yeah.
I chose not to because I was like, no way. I'm going to have to play it so much to memorize where everything is without being able to just see it. So fuck that. I'm just going to do it this way. And even doing it that way, it's hard. You still, you have to capture a certain quota of guys within a certain amount of time, or you automatically lose. Just game over. It's hard. If you fall behind too fast, too much, it's just done. So, but no, it's in terms of structure, I was actually quite impressed with it. In terms of how it's put together and everything.
I'm so happy that they went also and they used a. I'm not sure if they went back and they found the film prints
No, the film prints are lost apparently, but
there was something that I remember. Yeah, about
they had what it was is they had a first generation video transfer of it, like a broadcast video transfer. So it's still like it's a very high quality standard definition source.
Right.
They
it looks so much better.
Oh God, does it ever? Yeah, it looks phenomenally better. But yeah, I was surprised to hear that they actually shot it all on 35mm film, which is just unheard of for a game like that. Usually they just shoot it on video, but pretty impressive. So if they ever do find the film prints, can you imagine we'd have a high definition Night Trap? It'd be crazy.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, since we got high definition Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
That is just I have that on Steam, and I boot that up every so often just to gawk at the intro.
Yeah.
Because I know you've seen it before in HD with you have a Blu-ray.
Well, I have the Blu-ray. Yeah.
This was my HD version of it.
Now is the Steam version 720 though, isn't it?
The Steam version is a full 1080p rip from the Blu-ray.
It is, eh? Because I was looking at one of them. Maybe it was Space Ace. I can't remember. I know one of them at least was saying it was only 720. Like it wasn't actually the full 1080.
I know that they went back, and especially for Dragon's Lair, because it's their most popular one.
Well, it's their flagship one, yeah.
Yeah, and they went back, and it's Blu-ray, full quality Blu-ray transfers.
Nice.
I have not seen the HD Space Ace one, so I can't say whether it looks better. Like I said, the only version I have is the original Laserdisc arcade release.
Yeah.
The Daphne release.
Oh yeah, I've got that too.
So I obviously play on my.
I've also got the Amiga version and the 3DO version.
Somewhere around in a box, I have my CD MS-DOS release.
Nice. I used to have the Sega CD version a long time ago, or maybe I just rented it. I might have just rented it.
Which was a version that I played so many times and so many times not knowing it was even an arcade game.
Oh, you just thought it was
like
a Sega.
I just thought it was a computer game.
Yeah.
Back then it was this cool computer game that had video.
Yeah. Well, Sega CD brought over a lot of the Japanese Laserdisc games as well, and did like very poorly translated ports of them.
Tooth and nail. I'm searching around to try to get Time Gal.
Time Gal, yes.
Oh my God.
That was like the Japanese. That was like the Japanese Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, I want Time Gal so bad.
But with a green-haired girl.
And I cannot find. I know there's ways to get it.
Yeah, well,
ways to modify. You can modify the Daphne emulator, and it'll play some of the American laser games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So games like Mad Dog McCree.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But obviously, one of them is Time Gal. That was not whatever the other company was.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me, Roth. Roth mentioned Street Sharks is returning to DVD from Mill Creek. The difference being it's a complete series set again, but the difference being this also includes digital copies apparently. So.
Oh yeah, they're starting to do that with the Blu-rays. Night of the Living Dead had a digital copy.
Interesting. Yeah, so that's something new for Mill Creek. They haven't really done that before, but some of their new releases are. So I don't even know if the old version of Street Sharks is out of print. Like as far as I know, it's still fairly easily obtainable, or maybe they just still have some in stock, but it's not actually in print.
Street Sharks is one of those shows I remember watching, but I don't remember a damn thing about the show.
Totally jawsome.
I don't remember anything.
I did not watch it at all when it was on. I got the set free from Mill Creek when they were sending me review copies of things. So I watched.
I remember is I had the McDonald's toys.
I watched the first few episodes, and I can see it's all right. I mean, it's not the greatest show, but I mean, it's kind of its time.
It was one of those.
It's kind of fun. Rosie liked it, so there you go. Target audience reached.
There was another show around at the same exact time. One I used to watch, Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh, that one. See, that's a good one. That's one of the good ones.
I used to watch that like religiously.
Yeah,
another show that I used to watch a lot. I don't remember much about the show. Like I know that they were like a biker gang, a group of mice they were from Mars, fought crime, that kind of stuff. But I don't remember.
Imagine
like,
that.
I don't remember
Yeah.
plots and like things that had like certain characters and things that happened. I don't recall really any of it.
No, my friends used to watch that a lot, and they were always telling me about it. I didn't really see very much of it when it was on, but it was one that I always wanted to check out more because I liked what I did see of it.
There's another one.
But we don't have any DVD sets of it. I think there's maybe the pilot movie is on, like the pilot miniseries, and that's it.
This was a early Cartoon Network show, and it was where, oh god, it's like dogs that turn into superheroes. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Like in each dog, like the character of the dog is representative of their owner. So like the leader dog is like a golden retriever and it's owned by the president.
Okay.
And then there's like another dog that's like an engineer and he's owned by like a factory worker. So he's like Scottish because he's also like a Scottish terrier.
Oh, of course.
And something like that, and there's all this different stuff, and there's like a bulldog and a pincher, and all these different characters, and they're all representatives of their owners, but they're also like a hidden super league. And I forgot something Rovers.
The Irish Rovers?
No, God.
I don't know. I don't know that one.
To the Google.
To the Google Mobile.
You're crazy. You're remembering things that never happened.
Mandela effect.
Road Rovers.
Damn.
Road Rovers. There you go.
Road Rovers.
I was going to say we'll end the show on that cliffhanger and people can tell us in the comments, but whatever, we figured it out.
Yeah, Road Rovers, American-made television show produced by Warner Brothers. Blah, blah, blah. Town. Professor Shepard was forced to relinquish equipment. Blah, blah. Characters, there was Hunter, a golden retriever that was owned by the United States president. There was Colleen, she was a border collie. And she's British from the UK.
Sorry.
Blitz, a Doberman from Germany. There's Exel, who's a Siberian Husky from Siberia.
Imagine that.
Shag, an Old English sheepdog from Switzerland. Muzzle, a Rottweiler from. Let's see, where's he? They don't actually say where he's from. Oh, that's right, because he never talked. He always served as the final attack, like when they would, like the very end.
He was their special move.
Oh yeah, when they needed to finish off the bad guy, because they'd always like wheel him in on a cart with a muzzle. And they'd unmuzzle him and because he was in like a muzzle and a straight jacket.
Oh wow!
So they'd unmuzzle him and take off the straight jacket, and you just see him go.
Perfect.
All right, Shepard, the master.
All right, folks. I think we're gonna call it a night here because I need some food and coffee, and then we'll head back on here for some more gaming action. Alrighty, so thank you very much for joining us for Saturday Night InSaNiTy.
Road Rovers was awesome.
Hey, next week is the last one before Halloween, so we'll have to do something Halloween-y. Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah, I'm actually off that week.
Halloween is on a freaking Tuesday this week. That sucks. So, I don't know. There's stuff going on that weekend, I know, for the kiddies. So I'm going to check around and see what's going on and see if there's anything I can take Rosie to.
You're going to drive your white van with free candy sprayed on the side?
That's right. Take the candy. I know the local comic shop is having like a kind of a free comic book day for kids as their Halloween thing. So, yeah, should be pretty cool. Anyway, have yourselves a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Those of you sticking around on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back on in about a half hour, we'll say, just to grab some grub and stuff. All right, see you later. Till then, thanks for watching, thanks for chatting, and sayonara. And we'll go out with the crazy guy laughing. All right, enjoy. We'll see you next time.
Yes.
It's supposed to be evil laughter. If you listen, it sounds like he gives himself the giggles. You got hair on my tongue. Oh boy.